The
He's not.
leaders of that black community and the thinking of the black to think of them as one homogenous group
Mhm.
that have to think exactly the same is so racist. It's so disgusting. And these people get a pass. And I can't stand it.
Oh,
That's not all the crazy we have.
there's
We have
nothing
more
but
crazy.
crazy. Yeah.
It is crazy, isn't it? So, all right, listen. I don't even know. I don't even know what Larry Elder is running on. But right now, there's a recall in California, folks. Gavin Newsom has not made friends. If you don't know much about California, they love to dance around their COVID numbers because they had all these shutdowns, manipulation of which businesses were essential and not. They've ruined so many businesses, especially in minority communities. There's these swaths of areas where Asian and Black communities had all these businesses, some of them for just decades, and they were shut down. And of course, Gavin Newsom is under this recall, and Larry Elder's kind of thrown his name in the ring. We know Larry Elder as basically a conservative radio host. And I kid you not, this is actually from the LA Times. I could not believe the racism that's on display from this writer and the LA Times. And then again, Erica D. Smith gets the credit for the writer. Uh, yeah, she's a piece of work. She hates Larry Elder. We're going to get to that. So Larry Elder is the black face of white supremacy. You've been warned. I kid you not. Now, first, I do want to say Erica is a black lady. So, yeah, we get to her. So, just so you know. Ads. Okay. Larry Elder smiled with the smug smile of a black conservative who could very well be liberal California's next governor. Where do you start with the damage Gavin Newsom has done to the state that we both love? I guess he's being quoted. He leaned forward to gaze across the room of white Republicans who had come to hear him speak in Orange County. And it has more quotes from Larry Elder. But that's not what's interesting about the story. He's doing different things. But this is the analysis from the folks that are on this. So this says political consultant. Notice it doesn't say Democrat or liberal or leftist. I don't think Kerman Maddox is objective. Larry Elder goes out of his way to be at odds with leadership in the black community and at odds with the thinking of the black community. How racist that is, Bob? That it's the
He's not.
leaders of that black community and the thinking of the black to think of them as one homogenous group
Mhm.
that have to think exactly the same is so racist. It's so disgusting. And these people get a pass. And I can't stand it.
Yeah, he doesn't conform to Al Sharpton, Jesse Jackson, Maxine Waters, and that whole crew, and they hate it. They hate him for that, and they hate him because he's a threat. He's really a threat. And besides paying to you for you to become the COVID marshal, I would love to pay. I would love to pay to see Larry Elder debate Gavin Newsom. I don't agree with
Oh,
Elder on everything, but he
yeah,
is
but
sharp as
there's
a tack.
zero
He's smart.
chance there'll ever be a debate. They
No,
will
not
blame COVID. They will blame COVID to prevent that from ever happening. There's
no.
no chance.
Gavin Newsom would show up totally unarmed. He would have no chance.
Yeah, if you have not heard Larry Elder speak, if you've not heard, just go to YouTube and you put his name in. You can hear him eloquently discuss his upbringing. He grew up in the inner city, just basically as a classic American bootstrap story, pulling himself out of poverty. Talks about the struggles with his father and the broken home and trying to reconcile with his dad, put aside his own anger that was just eating him alive and all these kinds of things. Again, I don't know much about his radio show and some of the stuff because I've been out of the loop with that kind of stuff. I don't care about all that, but I know that part of Larry Elder I do know and respect. Um, anyway, so this is another quote again, and Kerman Maddox is also. Let me switching screens on this thing, Bob. It's just so frustrating
Yeah.
because you have to close a screen to add a screen. So hang on, I want to just make sure people understand. So I don't want you folks to take my word on it. So hey, say Brandon back up. Hey Brandon, pull that up. Let me see. So here's Erica Smith. So this is the LA Times. This is Erica Smith. She's the columnist. This is her role at the LA Times. I can't imagine having a budget, Bob, that we could afford to pay someone to quote, write about the diversity of people and places across California. That's her job. right? These are her articles. This is what she's contributed.
Pretty sweet
Larry
thing.
Elder says he is not the face of white supremacies. His fans make it hard to believe. Larry Elder draws fire for N-word comedy clip. You can't use certain words even if it's in comedy. Here's the blackface article that we've been discussing, and then it's about mandating vaccines and things of that nature. And then, of course, loving Simone Biles. All
Yeah.
right, so let me.
Well,
Go ahead.
clearly by looking at that, you can see that Larry Elder is a threat. Article
Yes.
after article after article.
All right, so let me show you folks, just so you don't have to take my word on it.
I don't think he's going to win.
This is Mr. Maddox.
I think
There's
Newsom's going
Mr.
to pull it
Maddox. That's him. He's the leader that they quoted as speaking for all black people. That was that man. So we'll make sure you see what we're dealing with. And I mean, I just can't imagine. I can't believe that they treat people this way. But all right, so let me go back to here. This is a state senator. We have been having a series of real uncomfortable discussions about systemic racism and institution across the state, about how to really peel back the layers of ignorance and ineptitude so that we can deal with them in very real ways. And Larry Elder is someone who just fundamentally doesn't believe that systemic racism exists. You're right. None of us do. We don't believe what you're wanting to do. Peel back is the key word there in that phrase. This is the critical theory elements. I know critical race theory is the one that makes the buzz for schools, but all critical theory is about an activist role in peeling back elements of the system because it's racist. Well, we don't believe you. We don't believe you. We don't think that every single element of all of these systems are rooted in racism. And Larry Elder echoes that and is a major threat to these people. And I think Gavin Newsom's in a lot more trouble than I thought he would be because these people have really come after Elder.
Well, that's why I think they are getting so afraid. Newsom's got more money than you can even dream of right now. Everybody is funding him just to make sure he doesn't get recalled. So and they're really, that get out the vote type thing is going on heavy duty. The last thing they want is a black conservative as the governor of California.
I want to make sure I'm clear too, because I want to be fully transparent with how this Erica Smith is so manipulative, folks. This is several paragraphs down in these articles. This is where if you scroll down articles on the internet or you have to really get down deep and you get into what they really think and believe, and you get into the dirty, dirty, muddy stuff. She's saying he was on Tavis Smiley's talk show recently, and quote, this is her writing, that he does not care much about black people. This is Elder's quote, though. She says, he does not care about black people. I believe that many policies that have been implemented by the left, often with the best of intentions, have disproportionately negative effect on black America. Because he has said, even if you've had good intentions, there are many policies. He doesn't say all policies. He's not saying that we have certain things but he's saying certain things have not gone well. I gotta be honest, certain things have gone for all America. Forget about just black America. But because he said that, he doesn't care about black people, Bob. He doesn't care.
How dare he? How dare he? I mean, who is this lady again? Whatever her name is.
Erica Smith.
Why doesn't she interview Elder?
Oh, she says he won't return their call. I'm not going to get into the. He said, well, it's the LA Times, so I'm not sure. I think that if I were Elder, I would not return her call and risk being taken out of context. I would ask for questions to be sent over, and I will respond to those questions, or I will do a live thing that cannot be edited. That would be my.
But if she had all these, all these harsh feelings toward him, why didn't she do it when he was just a radio show guy?
Yeah. I love that she has so little respect. Again, she is so racist too. So this is further down. Got to keep going deeper into the mud, Bob. We got to dig deep. These articles are written.
Well, I could see it from a distance. He's the Black Trump.
He's a Black Trump, baby. So this is another South LA activist. He would be a disaster for the Black community. We would suffer greatly. He's the Black Trump, and I'm speaking as his friend. Then he says their friendship is actually strained. Then she says there's also a fear of how the Republican Party would use Elder, governor of the bluest state in the U.S., which I'm not sure is. I've seen the numbers for New York and Massachusetts, but okay. Black Trump, and he can't. He has no like mental capacity to think for himself. The Republicans will just use him, Bob. He'll just be a tool.
No, and Larry Elder won't be. He won't let anybody treat him as a tool. I have no doubt about that. He's a very independent thinker, and he'll take care of it. But to say California is the bluest state, I mean, some of the cities in Northern California are just as red can be.
So, just like the rest of America, get away from the cities. There's these huge swaths of areas that are the opposite party. So anyway, crazy on all fronts, crazy on all topics.
Hey, we're News Talk with Brandon and Bob. We're here to tell you about some of the facts so you don't have to waste your time watching CNN.
We don't want you wasting any time with CNN.
Or Fox or MSNBC or some of these other guys that are making a whole lot of money.
Et cetera, et cetera.
It's not paying.